stream of the Shepherd Trials. I'm Antonio D'Amico, and I'm your DM for this campaign and onwards, I'm guessing. I don't know. How are you tonight? I'm joined here by my incredible players that are gonna behave for once and tell me their names in an orderly fashion, as well as the character that they're playing. So, in order of my Zoom screen, we have Sarah.
Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm playing the half-elf bard Nebbia.
Fantastic. Nuno.
Hello, I am Nuno, he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Leon, the eloquence bard, also he, him pronouns.
Drac.
Hi, I'm Draconics, or Drac for short, he, him pronouns. I'm going to be playing the Yuan-Ti Artificer. He also uses he, him pronouns.
And Megan.
Hello, I'm Megan, she, her pronouns, and I'll be playing Joy, who is a paladin and a tiefling, and she's very tall.
And I'm going to double back and just, because I forgot to add it, both I and Nebbia both use she and her pronouns.
Oh, right. Joy also uses she, her pronouns. We're really good at this.
The pronouns of the players match those of the characters. See? It's that easy. I think that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'm surprised that went over so smoothly. Today is a session 0. So if you don't know what a session 0 is, let me tell you what the campaign is about, and then we can get into it. The campaign that we're going to be playing, the Shepherd Trials, we're going to be playing a campaign inspired by the magic, the wonder, the intrigue, the long episodes of anime tournament arcs. But it's kind of like this fantasy meets anime tournament arc sort of deal. The players are gonna try their hand at the Shepherd Trials. They're trials to become shepherds. The shepherds are sort of like part knightly order, part superhero team, part defenders of the city of Gamello, which is the city that the whole campaign will take place in. And they will try to become these shepherds. The trials entails many, many, many different, of course, trials, and we're going to see them meet the other teams, see how they interact with those teams. We're going to meet plenty of NPCs, and we will have like those high, intense moments of that kind of anime tournament arc thing of fighting against another team to see who wins. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. At least I hope that you find it pretty exciting. And we're going to be using Multiverse, which is actually the platform that every single person in this call uses and works at and makes with our hands and our brains. This is a platform.
Game dev.
Exactly. We all work in game dev, and this is a platform where you can play like literally any TTRPG on Earth. We're using it to play D&D here, but we have a whole Discord where people run all kinds of games. They're running an actual West Marches style campaign for Blades in the Dark. That's another system. If you don't know what it is, go check out our Discord. It's fantastic. But we're not here to talk about Discord, are we? We're going to come here to talk about session 0 of the Shepherd Trials. So let's go. For today's menu, we have me pulling out my things. Yeah. So basically,
on hold music.
I always have
Girl from
I don't even
Ipanema.
know he's nervous.
the girl from Ipanema. I will not be bullied, victimized, and
Too
singled
late.
out during this platform. I have something to contribute to the stream, and thank you very much. I will not be bullied today.
Not really, because our characters
Let's see how it
really
goes.
go through it.
Yeah, exactly. Choose your words wisely. But anyway, so we're talking, well, first of all, in order of the day, safety tools. We're going to get this out of the way because it's like kind of like a more serious topic, and we have a hard time with those in general. But we're going to do our best. So we use the line, veils, and triggers method, and we also use an X card. We're going to get into that. So lines, veils, and triggers basically mean a line is something that will not appear in the game. A veil is something that might be alluded to in the game, but we will not dwell on it or roleplay. For example, if someone was like, my veil is torture, I might make like a reference that torture is happening somewhere, you know what I mean? But we're not going to see like a graphic description of it. Whereas a line, if their line is torture will never happen in the game. I chose a very hard example, but this could be something like, I don't know, a dog dying is my line. We will never see a dog die in this campaign, right? That's my line. We will never see a dog die.
Okay.
Triggers are things that people find like that like particularly upset them and bring them traumatic memories. So those are similar to lines. We just never ever allude to them, not even a little bit. And we have the system of X card, which we will get to see in actual motion. Not because someone will actually use an X card, but we do have a little animation for it, so you can use it in your games. But an X card is something like, even if it's not in their lines, veils, and triggers, if something happens in the game where someone is uncomfortable, they can pull out their X card. I will see it and be like, okay, we will circle back and either move away from that topic instantly, or if I can't find a way to do that naturally, we'll take a little break. I'll think of something, and then we'll get back to the game. That's our safety tools, right, guys?
Yeah.
And these are all community tools that we got from other people as well. It's not something we might have here at Play Multiverse. And if you're interested in other safety tools for your own table, your own friends, definitely suggest looking it up. So that is the Lines and Veil system and the X card system. Tons of really amazing resources online for TTRPGs.
Indeed. Yes. This is the kind of thing that you do in a session 0, but because we're streaming this, I'm not going to make my players name their lines, veils, and triggers on camera. I don't think that's wise. So we did this on our own side. We're not going to disclose this today. Die mad. But we did that on our own, like adults. And we will keep to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
what Antonio is trying to say is he's trying to protect the privacy of his players.
Yeah, but that sounds way too nice for me. That sounds weird.
Remember when you said that you wanted to approach this topic because it was like more heavy, you want to get it out of the way? Well, it's gone. It's done.
And now we're back to the shenanigans.
Now we're back to so this will be safety tools out of the way, unless someone wants to say a specific thing about it. Speak now.
I mean, we do want to give slight content warnings. If there are any content warnings we do want to give, just in case.
Blanket content warning for violence. It's a D&D game. Violence will happen. PC death is a possibility in this game. We'll talk a little bit more about that and expectations for the campaign, which is something that we're doing right after this. But PC death is a possibility in this game. Violence will happen in this game. It's a D&D game, so combat is a thing. I tell you what, I will come up with a very solid content warning list before we stream tomorrow. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we'll be tweeting those out. We'll add them to the bio below in the Twitch stream, as well as posting that in our Discord. So gonna be sharing that regularly.
Fantastic. So, safety tools out of the way. So, I don't know if you knew this, but last week we did Meet the Cast, and we talked a lot about our characters, and we built little rooms. That is actually on our YouTube channel. You can check that YouTube channel at...
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
One more
multiverse streams.
There you go. You type that into your use the little digits. You type that into a little search bar. You click on it. You watch it. If you want to watch it. If not, that's fine. You do you. But in that stream, we got into more who these characters were, who the players are. It's a little bit the cast. If you don't know who these faces are, I don't blame you. But if you want to know for some reason, you can check that out. But for those that missed that, let's do a little bit of what are we playing and who we are. Very, very quick. Let's go in. Let's do the opposite. Let's start with Meg. Meg, who are you, and who are you playing in a little bit more detail than this, and I'm playing this.
Yeah. Well, I'm Megan. I have been playing D&D for I think almost 3 years now. My first campaign was I'm very proud to say this, that it was a whole year and a half long and regularly every week. Just round of applause for me and my group.
Damn, wow.
Hey, so rare.
Living the dream.
Did you finish it though?
Well,
Hey,
did
we're
it
celebrating.
conclude nicely? No, but we're not talking about that. Anyways, I started playing TTRPGs and have fallen in love with it, and it's what brings me here for my first ever actual play with all of these amazing other cast members. I am playing Joy, who is an adorable, lively, protective friend to the people, and hopefully to these guys. They haven't met yet, but she'll want to make friends. And I described her the last stream as kind of like a flight attendant. A flight attendant that would give you a little extra bottle of booze, but will also like lay their life down for you. They'll make sure you got the whole head strap on, all that, and make sure that you're fully protected if the flight's going down.
A head strap? What are you doing in America? Head strap?
Okay, come on. You've taken a
the
flight
thing?
before.
The-
They do
yeah.
the whole
Does
thing.
that happen often
These-
to you? No.
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying
do it
in
every
an
Tuesday,
emergency
yeah.
situation, she would take care of you.
Okay.
But yeah, and I also described her as a party planning paladin. You know, she really enjoys facilitating good times for others. If it means breaking the rules a little bit, that's okay.
I'm
Although
sorry.
she
She's not
She
joking,
does-
but it's so funny.
She does, but she does deeply respect rules and authority.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be an interesting dynamic. Partying and authority are two different things. So we'll see how that goes. I know we have two other
partying.
I know we have two bards on the team as well, and my paladin, who is also very charismatic, and it's gonna be quite the wild ride, and I'm so excited for my character to meet everyone else. It's gonna be so much fun. I'll let you guys talk about your characters, which I'm so excited to hear more about.
Okay.
As one of the bards that Megan mentioned. So again, my name is Sarah, and I'm playing Nebia, a half-elf bard from the College of Lore. And I, on the partying side especially, so my character has had significant, time and experience sailing the seas, and she's coming to Port Gamello with wide eyes, looking for fresh stories to add to her collection, looking for different ways she can entertain a room. And I'm quite excited for Nebia to meet this specific cast. I think they will get along nicely. And I also want to mention Nebia is the shortest on the team.
Everyone made 6 feet tall character except for Sarah. Every single person.
In my escapism, I am 5'4" in real life, and I decided, let me indulge myself. I'm gonna make it 5'5", and then
Sarah was told
I
dream.
was in charge of illustrating everyone's characters, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna be like a 6'3". I'm gonna be like a 6'5". I'm like, "Okay, all right, whatever."
Okay.
Wow.
Sarah said Sarah heard dream big, and she interpreted that as at 1 inch. 1 inch
Yes.
thick. Yeah.
And I overheard
Listen,
that
it's
conversation, and I
realism.
was like, "No, dream bigger." And then my character, like 6'8". So
The tallest one is Joy by a mile and a half.
Yeah.
This
There
is
has to be a whole episode where
actually-
we lose Sarah's character in the crowd. There has to be a whole episode of us just looking for
Yes.
looking for them in the crowd.
We can roll for perception. Roll again. Roll again.
Nope, she's lost. You'll never find her.
And that's
Over.
the end of the
Nice.
campaign,
I
guys.
just
TPK
skipped
to a crowd.
my weapon is like a pike, or not like a pike. It's a glaive,
Glaive.
and it has a huge ribbon on it. And I'll just like over
Just
here.
wave it.
Yeah. All this
You'll never
time,
lose me.
not a
You'll
flight
never
attendant.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have to also say that this is going to be, one, of course, my first ever actual play, and second, the first time I'm playing D&D for more than 2 sessions, like in a row. I've never
One-shot,
been
baby.
part of anything. Yeah, I've only ever played 1-shots or 2-shots, so this is going to be quite exciting for me. I'm definitely learning a lot from both Nuno and Jack, who are much more experienced in this area, and from Antonio, who actually was my first GM as well.
Who would have thought? I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm still here, so
I mean, I'm sorry, it only goes downhill from here. Like,
Yeah.
Antonio's the best you can get. So,
Oh.
like, don't. After this, that's the best you can do.
Oh.
So, can I get advantage now?
No. Not
Okay.
nearly enough. Yeah, not nearly.
some teacher's pet ass energy.
You're gonna
Speaking
have to
of
do way
teacher's pet, tell us about Zella.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, honestly, that's actually works really well for
good
Zala.
segue. Yeah.
See, I listen.
Zala is a Yuan-Ti artificer. It's going to be armorer artificer. You get to choose between armorer and I believe like a battlesmith or something like that. But I'm armorer, and he's a bit of a nerd. Not great with people, but tries to be great with people anyway. So he wants to be everyone's friend, but doesn't know how to go around doing that. So he usually just talks on and on about whatever inventions he's currently making. Terrible at reading social cues. So like you could be very clearly bored and not interested, but he'll just keep going.
That hyper focus energy. I adore
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Definitely not relatable. Definitely
not at all. But yeah, he's coming from a town up north, so this is going to be his first time in Port Gamello. So he's going to be very new, but very starry-eyed at everything that happens. Everyone he meets is going to try and talk to them, even to teams that we're very much against. He's probably going to try and make friends with them as well. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Is there anything else? I've chosen one of the infusions I'm going to choose is a servant homunculus. Is basically I get to create a creature out of metal and stuff that gets to be my, familiar, artificial equivalent of familiar.
Nice.
And it's going to be like a little monkey, kind of like how Aladdin's monkey. I can't remember the name, but made out of metal. Kind of like Abu. That's it. Yeah, maybe like a little metallic Abu on his that he carries around with him all the time. And most of the time, yeah, we do.
Yes.
And
I can't wait for you to forget completely about the beast. Like completely forget about it.
It's literally I could just cast spells through them, so I'm not
true.
That.
Yeah.
I'm definitely forgetting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if there's no one to talk to, he's usually talking to his little pet. I need to think of a name for him, but right now I'm gonna stick with Abu.
I think it would be Uba.
Does it backwards? I'll think about it because that's honestly a good name. I'll think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Zala.
Drac, remind us, what's your charisma score for Zala?
Oh, his charisma score is real bad. I think it's the lowest out of the class. I think it's like an 8.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. But he wants to make friends, but he doesn't know how to. He just tries anyway.
Sweet summer child.
That's what makes him endearing.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the rest of the party has got that covered and will help
everybody's
at every turn.
We need one to bomb.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that leaves Leon. Leon is my character. I'm gonna be playing him. He's, as I said before, Orcish ancestry, eloquence bard. So not your classic musical bard, doesn't care too much about instruments. The instrument he most uses is the passion within his own words. It's a bit of a poet, he had a good upbringing, was cared for, managed to study a lot of things in his youth. But what he really, really wants to do is just live his own life and do his own things and recite poetry and meet new people, find new places, and in summary, a very, very fancy boy that wants to see the world.
Are we talking poet like slam poet? Are we talking like, curly Q writing? Is he?
Is it crawling in my
just
skin?
Ask?
Are we talking a rapper?
Fuckboy poet.
Yeah, I said fuckboy poet.
Are we doing like Cardi B poet? The famous bard Cardi B.
Yeah.
Or what kind of
Cardi Bard. We've talked about this.
Cardi Bard.
Cardi Bard.
No, he dabbles in a little bit of everything. Yeah, he's big on improv poetry as well. So
I can't wait for you to roleplay that. It
I'm
feels like you set a beautiful trap
you set yourself
for
up,
you to fall like head first
Totally
into.
set yourself up for
Why
some
do I always
trouble.
do this to myself every single time?
And then for my next trick, I will play a character that talks in rhyme. Fantastic. Well, that is that is our all spell casting, all chaotic energy party. That's it for it. We are streaming tomorrow, our very first session. So if you want to see them in action, that's tomorrow. But let's talk a little bit more about expectations for the campaign, by which I mean this is good for us as a group and good for the viewers as viewers to see what kind of stories we like, what kind of thing we like to see in stories, and I can pull from this to make the best campaign possible for you guys, because campaigns need to be tailored to the players that are playing them. So I could start because that's where I'm building the skeleton of this campaign, and from what people tend to like more is where I'll be pulling from. So in terms of stories, I'm very, very big on themes of found family, themes of competition. I'm very, very big on striving for a high goal and fighting very hard to get there. Not a big fan of chosen ones, not a big fan of handing out the solution to a problem. Very big fan of more, I guess we would say, more Eastern stories rather than Western stories about fighting really hard to get the thing rather than being special and that allows you to do the thing, you know? In terms of inspirations, huge. Funnily enough, we keep describing this as anime, like very anime story arc. It is there. I think that it's very much an inspiration of Japanese media, anime, JRPGs. But that's funny because that is, I kind of consider that the media of my childhood. And the media that I consume more now is stuff like Dragon Age, stuff like general fantasy writing. I consume a lot of like prestige TV stuff, even from like not prestige TV now from now, but like stuff like The Sopranos and stuff like that. So in terms of inspiration, I kind of want to see that blend of that traditional anime structure with a more Western sensibility in terms of themes. I like found family. I like, as I said, striving to become the thing that you want to become. I like a theme about exploring organization and politics into a city. And huge media for me is something like Dragon Age, Avatar. Having a blank right now after I said Dragon Age. Do I like something else?
It's the
Dragon
only thing
Age,
that matters
Dragon
to
Age,
it.
and also Dragon Age. Oh,
and
did I
then
mention
there's
Dragon Age?
the
You
other
know what I
Dragon
want?
Age.
Mass Effect is good too.
Oh, okay. A real palate cleanser.
Exactly, a real palate cleanser. No, I like stuff like, I mean, I don't think that this is very like applicable to the campaign because I'm thinking stuff like favorite things like Breath of the Wild, but we're not doing an expansive, like, let's look into the world. I'm much more into the idea of like building this city and making this city as living and as real and as cool as it could be for you to run an entire campaign within the walls of the city. And we're gonna get to see that city very soon. But before that, does someone want to share like the expectations for a campaign? What kind of stories you like? What kind of media you like? Let me hear it.
I can honestly say as a player, Port Gamello, which is the setting that we're playing in, the original setting that we built together. And this campaign overall very much feels like a love letter to those kind of like childhood indulgences and themes that we've talked about that we loved. Like there's a little bit of everybody in this group. For this story, which I'm really, really excited about. Antonio really went out of his way to check in with every single one of us to be like, what do you want to get out of this game? What do you want for your character? How do we weave it in a really, really organic way? So I know for a fact we're going to be in for an extremely fun time. I'm super excited.
I'll try my best.
It doesn't feel like we pulled this campaign from, a book or just from Antonio. It feels like everyone had a say in what this game's going to end up being.
Yeah, if I can bounce from that, and this is important for the viewers, I think, a big way that I like to make campaigns is my DM style is the players must be the heroes. For that to happen, and I wanted actually to touch that, for that to happen, in my view, like death must be a possibility and fights have to be hard because heroes don't do things that are easy and not very complicated and not very, you know what I mean? So to me, death is a possibility, fights will be hard because I want the players to feel like they are the heroes, that they're doing things because of their bravery and because of their resolve that other people are not able to do, not because they were like gifted with something. That's big for me. And also a very big thing for me is when I'm writing campaigns, I write a very basic skeleton and then I go to every single player and ask them for backstory and see how that backstory can be weaved into the existing skeleton of the campaign, right? So that's what you can kind of, at least that's what I hope to do with this one. And I think we have some really good bones in this. So we'll see.
Yeah. To be clear, we don't know what's going to happen in this
No, yeah,
game.
I haven't told them.
It's super,
They don't
super
know.
clear. Like,
No
we
clue.
helped build this setting. We don't know anything more than that
That's-
and, like, what little background our character has.
And that's funny. Y'all don't know, like, we didn't mention this. No player knows the other player's backstory. That's secret. I am the only one that knows everyone's backstory. Because I wanted, when someone reveals something from their backstory, you can use player knowledge and be like, oh, my character's surprised, but the true surprise of you yourself not knowing that, you cannot fake that. You know what I mean? So players don't know anything about the other's backstories, and I like it that way.
Me too.
Do we want to take a peek at Port Gamello?
Yeah, sure. We want to get into that?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Okay, so operator, if you wish. There we are. So you guys are looking right now at Port Gamello within Multiverse. Multiverse is the platform that we talked about at the very beginning. Remember, the platform that we as a team, one second, I need to say this. There's plenty of people that work in Multiverse that are not on the stream right now. They're incredibly talented people that are just not on the stream because you cannot have I don't know how many people working on this thing. But every single person that is here on the call also builds Multiverse in their own unique way. And what you're looking at right now is Multiverse, the platform in which we're going to be playing the Shepherd Trials. You see those little ant little people running around and doing things. Those are the players. You can create your own character, and they have customized their own characters to look like the art that Sarah drew. And what you see behind them is the overworld. You are able to walk around the overworld, and you are able to visit different locations. And we thought it would be fun for Session 0 as a sort of closing off moment to show you a little bit of the world that we will be exploring in the campaign. So, as a DM, I'm going to go here and activate this portal.
Ooh, let's go.
So let's start with this one just because we showed this in the other stream. So for those that haven't seen it, we'll catch up with them with that, and then we'll go on different things.
Sounds good.
Amazing.
Going to the portal.
So it's as easy as that. You just plop down a thing, you make it a portal, and that goes into what in D&D we call battle maps. We call them levels because you're not supposed to only battle here. You're also it can just be a roleplay thing, right?
Yeah.
So this,
library,
as you can see, is a library of Port Gamello. They will be visiting this a whole lot during the campaign, a lot, too much.
Because we're nerds.
Basically, yeah.
One of us is.
Yeah, at least one of you
work
is.
for our lore.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna know things.
Mm-hmm.
Devastating.
You gotta work for your lore. But yeah, this is the library of Port Gamello. Everything here has been built with multiverse assets. Everything here you can build yourself when you use the platform. And this is the kind of battle map that you can expect. Show the people some animations. I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we've been using them, yeah.
I've seen some baby ones. I want some big ones.
Oh, you want
Let's
the
do
big
some
ones.
big ones.
Okay, let's do this one.
All right.
This is my.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can be there for me. Fella, what happened to your clothes, bud?
What happened to
I
your
have
clothes?
no idea.
Hide! Hide! Hide!
Hide.
You unequip your clothing. I think it's fine.
You have to re-equip them.
So
that's the
I
fun part
put-
is
I put a. Oh, okay. Let me see.
All right,
fine,
I'll
it's
use
fine.
the
You-
invisibility little. No one can see.
there you go.
That's not how it works.
Well, you guys, it's
but-
been fun. Thanks to Drac.
I'm sorry,
Our Twitch
hidden
is going to be
bands.
shut down
this is
because
how
I'm
we
using
get
for work
demonetized.
content. Now it's heavily demonetized. I'm so sorry, everybody. It was fun while it lasted, but this is the end for us.
All because you have to unequip your pants.
Yeah, I think it must be an unequipped thing.
It's just a character choice, actually.
It's a
Because
guy.
he
Yeah.
likes to strip himself down.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know?
Surprise!
It's just
Yeah.
Me,
Terrible.
I'm gonna
Terrible.
take off my shoes in solidarity.
Thank you.
Take off your
Is
shoes.
everyone gonna go naked?
I'm actually very warm. I'm
Just
gonna
one
just take
piece
out
at
my,
a time.
my cape.
On a similar note, Antonio, how do you feel about beach episodes? It seems like Port Gamello is on a lot of water, a lot of sand.
Ooh, yes.
I feel extremely strongly about beach episodes, and there will be
Nice.
beach episodes. I can assure
Okay,
you.
good.
I can assure you there will
Perfect.
be. Not beach episodes in plural, but
Joy-
one for sure.
both me
Yeah,
and Leon
okay.
have taken off an article of clothing. It's on you
Oh,
now.
yes, of course.
Do whatever you're
Oh,
comfortable
In
with,
solidarity.
of course.
I love that you're
Um,
hiding under that like shelf.
What do you mean? He's invisible. Zala's invisible. We can't see him.
Oh, it's true.
I'll
Sorry.
take
Can't
off
see him.
her
That's
boots
the
as well.
magic.
No
Fantastic.
boots, just leg.
There you go.
Wow.
So
This
much
is,
leg.
you know, guys. I
Your-
talked.
Your legs are my height.
Yeah.
I talked about found family, and this is found family. You know, taking off your clothing so your naked friend doesn't feel bad because they
Yeah,
took all
this
their
is
clothing.
solidarity.
Yeah.
No.
So
This is true
No
solidarity.
shame. So, speaking of which, what other levels?
Yeah, let's go to another level.
Transition.
I'm so sorry. You will have to go out naked. That's the only way.
No one can
Before we
be
move,
there.
should we hear from someone else about their campaign expectations, maybe?
Oh yeah, I love to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that between levels while Drac figures
Yeah.
out a way to get rest. Nuno,
Sure.
you talk too much. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
No, that's what I mean. Like, it's since you wanted to talk. Let's go.
Filler. Yeah. So my favorite things to explore in TTRPG campaigns usually are super detached from mechanics, right? The themes I want to touch on is I love a good political intrigue campaign, which this one might have a little bit. Who knows?
It sure will.
I'm
I
hoping.
can tell you that already.
There we go. Some other thing that I think all TTRPG campaigns need a little bit of, just to feel that that spiciness, that emotional investment, is a tiny bit of romance. I don't know how we're going to fit this in, but I just love it. I love a little bit of romance. In my other campaigns that I've played, the one that I'm currently playing on, it's heavily featured, and it's just something we love to explore. And yeah, let's see. Apart from that, lots of drama, interpersonal drama, space for like the characters to interact and grow with each other and relying on each other. So it's not like I have this objective and I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna conquer it all by myself. No, I like when it's a group effort and we couldn't have done it without conquer our own demons without the help of the rest of the party. I feel that's a super cool methodology. What else? I don't know.
Seems
I
like
guess.
Tell us some of your favorite
Leon
media.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you that. For TTRPG specifically, the most recent thing I consumed was a thing called I don't know if you heard of it, Fantasy High by Dimension 20. I really enjoyed that.
I love
It's pretty
Dimension
cool.
20.
The best.
It's really cool. Mainly like season 1, it was peak entertainment. I like that. Apart from that, like mainstream media, love Avatar, Legend of Korra, specifically more than the first one. I think some people might hate me for that, but it's fine. It's
I
fine.
will hate you for that.
Operator, how do we mute Nuno?
That's valid.
I can actually
accept
do that.
No!
We're spellcasters who has silence. Get him.
If only we have an animation for silence. Oh no. Yeah, and I really love the Painkiller Chronicle, the book series, which I'm still waiting for the last book to come out. Because I like these weird settings with different magics and whatnot that are not like the classic, I have a wand and I cast a magic. It's very different the way it works and the spellcasting, and I like innovative things like that. But I see Zala has left the library, so I'm going to shut up for now because Zala's dressed.
Zala has left the chat.
And he's back!
Are you dressed?
And this time with a
Yes,
shirt.
I'm dressed.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
look
since
at
Zala
that.
has decided to be decent for once. Oh dear.
Don't say you didn't enjoy the show, okay?
Okay,
Leon
so-
has put his shirt back on. Good.
Yep.
Joy looks even more magical girlish now.
She
Yeah.
wants taller.
80% legs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
That's right.
Love to see it.
Fantastic. Let us head up to the second location. It's a little house by
Yeah,
your
where we
left.
going?
Here.
To the left, to the left, to the left.
I'm striding along.
Everything you... Oh. In the box to the left.
You said, I was like, wait, is there something we need to know? Do you need to write this down?
You need to write that down, yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I can talk about what I'm expecting.
Yeah, go ahead.
So one of my favorite things in TTRPGs is things not being black and white. I very much enjoy the moral dilemmas that heroes often are put in. So if there's ever a point where we're like, I like reaching a point where we're like, oh, are we the bad guys? Like, we don't have to be the bad guys, but to a point where we're wondering. Yeah, but we just reach a point where we're wondering if we're doing the right thing. It being like a clear, we're the good and they're the evil makes it kind of boring. I like having that inner conflict, or sometimes even inter-party conflict at some point. I'm also a big anime fan, so I just love over-the-top anime fights. Things are like
top 10 anime fights.
I just absolutely adore it. I love it so much. So anything that's absolutely ridiculous. I love like ridiculous power levels, which honestly D&D is most of the time. Like the jump between levels is sometimes ridiculous when it comes to power level, and I just really enjoy that kind of stuff.
On a similar note, like I really love that trope from anime fights where it really is someone starting from zero, the absolute underdog. You know, the Deku from My Hero Academia sort of situation, where it's like they have no business being the protagonist. They have no business being called the hero, and they prove everyone wrong in that kind of way. A huge sucker for that trope.
Huge,
it's definitely something I really look for in all the stories I consume.
Same.
Don't give me, the prophesied hero. No. It's like, oh, that guy?
Yeah.
That guy's gonna save us?
Sure.
And even that person's like, oh.
It's very,
that arc is always super satisfying.
It's a trademark of Eastern stories, but I will say, I said that before. I would like to make clear that that's a generalization. I can think of several Western stories, something like Lord of the Rings, where it's a very common Western story that does not have that chosen one narrative. Frodo is literally like the everyman, and that's why he can do it. So anyway, this is a little bit of a street up for Gamello, as you can see. Same. You can build this on your own too if you want to, and if you use Multiverse as a platform. But we will see a little bit more of like the streets of Gamello. It will feel like exploring a real place. At least that's the goal, right? There's a pie in the ground. I don't know who put that there. You put that there. Of course you would. I think we have time for one more location. And I think we have time for Meg to talk while we visit that location to talk to us about like a little bit of your expectations for the campaign.
Sure, yeah. So I really enjoy making kind of cute characters and fun characters, and kind of exploring how I can make that cute character a little bit more than just cute,
One second, Meg.
Kind of. Oh yeah.
It's just because let's look at the location while we talk. We're gonna go to the forest path because I want to show a little bit of the people. Like I want to show the people something that is not city based. So we're gonna go to the complete right of the map into that little thing. One second, I clicked on it by mistake, so I have to go back. Cool. Oh, do you have? I think you have DM powers. I think you have DM powers. Yeah. I think you can actually there you go.
You want us to set the portal?
If you can click on it and
there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
You can just use it.
Cool.
Yeah, you can't just use it. Sorry, Meg. Sorry to interrupt you, but I was like, let's show that.
At all.
How dare you?
Is everyone in?
You scammed.
Yes.
One second.
Oh, I'm good.
What if?
Sorry.
What if? One second. We've seen like a sunny day, so let's make it.
Ooh, let's get spooky.
Yeah, let's make it. What about?
Spooky.
What about like a dreamscape? Okay, so you see, you guys, people, like the people on the stream, you see, like this is the normal level.
Yeah.
If we use a little bit of a vibe,
Ooh.
I can make it more of a.
Let's get creepy.
This, like a very spooky nightmare kind of scene.
This is giving me like old school, like Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Very into
We
it.
could make it more normal, spooky, like this. This one is one of my favorites. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Meg. Go ahead and tell us.
No. Wait, but can you put on Neon Afterlife?
That's your favorite,
that one,
isn't it?
That one is so cool. I'm gonna add particles to it, and it's gonna be cool. Oh my gosh, that one is.
That's
That
Neon
this one?
Afterlife. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so intense in this.
Yeah, it is intense in the
Yeah.
new incarnation.
What's
Let's keep it this
Wow.
one. Let's keep it to this one. Stop touching the bat. I'm the DM.
Oh no, it begins.
So,
Okay.
something
Yes,
to also note: we all have access to the effects on the screen, unless Antonio decides to not let us have control.
As a
of
matter
those
of fact,
He can
I
take
will be
that from us.
rescinding GM powers from now on. Anyway.
But yes, right. I was talking about cute characters and exploring how to make them just like more deep, more like less of just a cute character, and kind of exploring how I can like explore different themes and different ways of kind of exuding that cute energy, but also being able to have complex relationships and complex emotions with like the other characters and have fun with that, because I really enjoy just like the feeling of getting into character. I guess it was like a newer thing for me. I didn't do drama club or anything like that, but I find it super fun to just like voice act, you know. And oh no, you're asking who was in drama
Who
club?
was a drama club kid?
That is an important question.
Theater kid,
Fine.
right?
I'm a STEM
Drama
student.
club kid.
I'm a STEM person through and through.
I did a singular high school play. I was
Okay,
not
yeah.
deep enough.
Yeah.
I had
But
stage
I
fright,
was.
sorry.
I was the kind of kid who'd be like, is this a lie or is this storytelling? Well, let's find out.
I did-
Exaggerate the details.
The viewers
a little
had
bit.
to know, Meg. You were saying.
But yes, so role playing is just super fun for me that way, and in general, I love basically all things magical, you know, like really grew up big Harry Potter fan, like love any sort of like Ghibli movie, like Howl's Moving Castle, and just like but I also enjoy things like Made in Abyss, which is like an anime that's like cute but also like super dark.
Really dark, yeah.
And I also love like psychological like horror. I think it's just super fun. So it's just, you know, like cute but also dark. Like,
Meg, we need to
vibes.
talk because I was in a campaign recently where I played like a really cute character, and like the whole plan was to make everyone like fall in love with this person, and then
Yeah.
they realize that he's done awful things in the past, and
Oh,
just see
boy.
people like try and struggle with
Oh,
that.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is
no.
super cool. I dig that. So that's so good. Yeah. So lots of that. But also, I just forgot what I was going to say. But
Talk about your favorite media.
oh yeah, right. Favorite media.
Conveniently covers up the psychological horror themes.
Right. What was I saying? Oh yes. So Howl's Moving Castle is my favorite movie ever. And I enjoy I read a lot of like manga and webcomics, and like Witch Hat Atelier is like one of my favorites. And Hooky. So you know, I just really wanted to be a magical girl, and here I am living my magical girl dreams.
Living your truth.
And, yeah, living my truth.
Living in your
Yeah, and we'll see how things go and how she interacts with the characters. I also, you know, love romance too, but we'll
God,
see
you're
how
not the
that
same.
unfolds. It has to be natural.
do you all like romance?
Yeah.
Of course.
God damn it.
What about you,
I
Sarah?
mean, but we share a love for Dragon Age Origins. You know, that's just one big dating sin.
But that's private. That's private. That's
That's
shameful.
for me. Lean
Shameful,
into it.
shameful eyes. That's away
We
from
won't
prideful
make you-
eyes.
We won't make you flirt with us as an NPC. Don't worry, it's chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's all good. No, I'm very similar to a lot of the folks here. I also grew up on anime, like eating up fantasy books. I'm personally someone who like really appreciates a soft magic system. I don't want to know all the rules of how this stuff works. I appreciate books that can make the stakes feel very real, even if I don't, fully understand the rule sets involved. So D&D is actually a little bit going against that impulse, and something I'm really excited to explore for that reason. So a good example is the Stone Sky trilogy from N.K. Jemisin, which was this fantastic kind of like apocalyptic world where people had like an earth-based magic. They had something called originy, and it was just like a master class of like, you don't have to tell the reader everything about the world to get them invested in it. So I really appreciate a rich world that is very character driven.
I am huge for character driven, and that really lends itself to D&D. So I think this is all the time we had for today. I think that was a really good session 0, y'all. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Got our lines, got
So
our
excited
veils.
to meet you guys tomorrow.
It's wild. We've been playing, like, we've been planning this for so long, and these people don't know each other yet. Like, we know each other as people, but not as like characters. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
But that's the best thing for D&D. It's like I trust you guys to learn about you all over, like in a brand new way.
Absolutely.
Very exciting.
So,
I'm so excited.
big announcement time. This is very important, so everyone listen up, or else,
Okay, great.
or else.
Announcements.
Tomorrow, at the exact same time that this stream started, if you're in Europe, that's 9:30 time. 9:30 British time, 10:30 normal Europe time.
Oh no, 10:30 British time.
10:30
British
Oh,
time.
sorry,
Europe
10:30
time.
British time, 11:30 normal Europe time. Americans, help me out. What time EST?
5:30.
EST.
Okay. What time PST?
Whoever knows.
2:30, I think.
Do math.
2:30.
Do math.
2:30.
So,
But if you
10:30.
can't make those times,
Exactly.
If you
So
can't
wait.
make those
But I
times-
haven't said what happens at those times. So, at 10:30 British time / 5:30 EST, we are playing the first session of the Shepherd Trials. Please be there, or else. And then,
Or
or
else.
else.
no, I'm kidding, but please do, because we worked really hard on it. Please come watch. But if you can't make it, that's fine. It's fine.
You'll
So long
only
as you
hurt
go
his
into the
feelings.
YouTube
Love
channel.
you.
So long as you go to our YouTube channel, which is
Our
More
YouTube is
Multiverse streams.
streams. And
Once again
there
with
will be a
feeling
link
this
to
time.
it.
One more multiverse streams.
Thank you, Meg. You go to that
And
YouTube
we'll be
channel,
linking
you check that
to
out.
it everywhere. So don't even sweat it. Those will be up at 3 p.m. EST on Fridays. So you're gonna have to wait a whole like 48 hours to see these faces, this pixel art. Shame.
Yeah, I think you should just come live. I mean, like, you can obviously watch the VOD, but probably just cancel
But if
everything
you
you have and
can't,
just watch live.
if you can, we got you covered. We got that YouTube. We have the VOD on Twitch. We have everything you want.
Right?
So thank you so
Absolutely.
much for coming today.
Wait.
Oh,
I have one more announcement. So, if you haven't already, please join
the
our
Discord.
because there's going to be some amazing things happening on One More Multiverse and in our Discord. We have an incredible Blades in the Dark West Marches style campaign that is starting like this Friday. Is session 0. They're gonna build their houses, like the house inside, and you're gonna get to kind of create your character and discuss lore and kind of get into things. And then the next week it starts, and it's gonna be every single week, Blades in the Dark, every Friday, and you can just jump in and jump out whenever. It's basically like Port Gamello, but like the dark side.
It happens in the same city.
Like cute versus dark, you know, it's same city, but the dark underbelly. It's
Exactly.
so cool. It's kind of like Twitch is like bright and happy, and then Discord's dark and scary.
It's a spooky. It's a spooky version. It's a grown-up version. It's a cool kid version.
Yeah.
All the cool kids. I mean, you don't have to go, but all the cool kids. I'm just saying, all the cool
All
kids.
cool kids.
They
All the
are
cool
on
kids
our
are-
Discord,
Yeah.
and that's where the parties are happening. You don't have to go.
Yep.
You know, but, you know.
And another thing that I want to add, super cool, is that we have this awesome open table program happening where if you want to GM a game that you've made or really love, you can do that for our community. We have an awesome open table program, and our calendar, we're going to have a nice link to our calendar sometime, but you can find the calendar on Discord. That's going to be released today. So we're going to going to have an awesome calendar for you guys to look at every single week. And yeah, just get involved. And that's going to be where you're able to use this platform first. So yeah, join the Discord.
Yeah.
Come
be
play
there.
with us, watch with
Yeah.
us,
I'm always in the
chat
chat.
about TTRPGs with other people. It's a good time. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for tuning in,
Thank you
y'all.
so
It's
much.
been amazing.
We love
And
y'all.
We'll catch you
Love you all.
tomorrow.
Wait, our send off. Mwah.
Wait.
Mwah.
Oh yeah.
Bye, guys.
I forgot we
Bye everyone.